Hello. It is January 20th, 2023, Friday evening. Today will not be an affirmation or a reminder. Today I want to say something for all of us to think about. There is an old Nigerian saying that goes, "Until the lion tells his side of the story, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter." Exactly what does this proverb mean? It depends on what side of the story we are on when being told. You can never really understand something unless you get both sides of the story, and we are well aware that history is written by the conquerors. This African proverb, also said in another way, "Until the lions have their historians, tales of the hunt shall always glorify the hunter," is used to metaphorically describe how dominant groups or people inscribe power through narrative. Does this make you stop and think about things now in a broader sense on either side of the coin? The truth of most truths is that they are a perception. No matter how objective we are, there's always a bias that influences our documentation, records, and credentials. It can also be looked at as history is documented by conquerors only. If you look at most history books, they all glorify the winners of war and how virtuous they were. Unfortunately, not many talks about the flip side. By now, we all know that there are always two sides to a story, so this quote simply inspires us to think about alternate possibilities and investigate these to understand the real meaning. The problem with most stories is that we take them for granted. If we stop a little and investigate the history of what is going on, what we want, and how we acquire it, turning that into real meaning and manifestation, it can be looked at as something prolific and copious. Ultimately, it is all about how our facts, truths, and perceptions influence us. But we should be mindful and ask these pertinent questions before accepting something as an unquestionable fact. So the next time while hearing a story, reading history, or even the current affairs of whatever is happening, please take some time to question the facts and perceptions, because the truth is always lurking right around the corner. In the end, there are two takeaways from this quote. One is that the truth is most times a perception, and we should take our time before jumping to conclusions. And two, when hearing something different other than our own belief, we should be able to welcome a difference in opinion without it being looked at as someone attacking us, but instead getting to know a different viewpoint, which can create a balance from a one-sided view. It can be difficult sometimes to understand depending on how the tale is told, but as the quote says, "Until the lion learns how to write, we will all be hailing the hunter." The hunters can lie, and so can the lions. We should be careful in accepting the truths that affect us. We need to be conscious of what we are doing, what we are saying, what we are thinking, and how we are manifesting those actions into reality. Ending this, I would suggest that we continue to live our own truth to the best of our ability, and in doing that, we will always find our way with an open mind, which will change our viewpoint on all things with a loving and welcoming attitude. Stay in peace, walk in light, and believe in yourself. Hugs and love. Goodbye.